Here we are with the largest of the LogRite log arches. The T36 is capable of 36 inches or a little bit more in diameter and 6,000 pounds of weight. The T30 does 4,000 pounds of weight and 30 inches diameter. It also has the long reach inside here like we had inside the ATV arch. 7 to 8 feet long of reach for 14 or 16 foot long fully suspended logs. This log is pretty good size, probably about 32 inches diameter at the big end, 24, 26 at the small end, maybe 3,000 pounds worth of wood here. It's fully suspended inside here. We have the strap holding the front end in from dangling around. Have the doubling option that we described on the ATV arch, so we roll this log up inside here. Again, it's a 3,200 pound 2-speed winch. When the handle down, it's in high speed. With the handle up 2 notches, it's in low speed. You have a lot more power to pick it up, and use the doubling option to pick up those extra heavy logs and roll them into place. The tractor arches are on a receiver tube backbone here. Here's a receiver on the front of the arch, there's one also on the back. You can plug in a receiver mounted power winch, and please call the factory about the option of using PTO drive, Farmy, or logging winches as well. There are electric brakes available. The brake hubs can be mounted instead of the coaster hubs, so you can have electric brakes if you want to operate those from your vehicle if you're working in steeper slopes. On the back of the arch you have a receiver. A person can put in a receiver mounted winch here if they're going to pull logs to them, or use that to actually pick up the logs. The way it's strung before you here is over a 8,000 pound pulley. The winch line comes back. You can either choker it like we described on the ATV arch, or you can hook it up on the doubling option here to roll the log up higher. You notice it splits the log arch open, or the rigging open here to allow the log up higher inside here. So this is the doubling option, pulling that log up really high. You have the 4 different chain falls along the back of the arch, so you can hook this doubler on either side, any direction you want to go, or hook the choker straight if you have smaller logs or groups of smaller logs to pull up into one bunch. There are several different ways to use this arch. Of course, you can see that the log is suspended in the arch. What most people can't see or imagine is that the log and log weight is all inside the arch. There's a dead even pull on the hitch, which you'll notice here, with a neutral tongue weight. That same feature is in the ATV arch or the tractor arches, so that it keeps things at a dead even weight, doesn't pop the front wheels of your tow vehicle off the ground. Longer logs inside the arch, if you get past 16 or 20 feet, you can either drag the tail of the logs, and now this is an important point and also fairly interesting, you can take almost any length of log by suspending the log inside the arch itself here, letting it rotate about the suspension point, and putting a second arch at the tail.